Okay, so our guest today needs no introduction. It's Mario Andretti. It's a Formula One world champion. Hello, Mario. Huge honor to have you here. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me, Enrique. I'm good. I'm good. Hope you're well. This also.
Yeah, I'm doing just fine. Your story is a true rags to riches story. I congratulate you because you came from nothing really, and you did build an F1 empire from the ashes. Did that lack of resources force you to learn other things that other drivers maybe took for granted?
Well, in life, when you really cultivate, when you have a passion for something, you find a way, sometimes it seems like an impossible dream, but I was fortunate that even coming to America at a young age with family, I found that the opportunities presented to me at a young age, and I just pursue every area that I could, and I think I realized what I would like to call the true American dream. Be able to start racing and cultivate my way through all of the categories to get to the top, and then also along the way pursue my first dream, ultimate dream, when I was young to get into Formula One, and so overall, all of that worked out for me, and you can see in some way I'm still involved with the Formula One effort as we speak. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, the sport has been my pure love from the beginning of time when I was able to reason, really. So, my love and passion for it continues.
well, that's great to hear. You are still involved nowadays with Cadillac, but do you feel that in today's more digital world with this new regulations, do you think we've lost kind of the soul of driving?
Well, to some degree, obviously, we did the new regulation. Didn't work out the way that they were hoping. To some degree, I think the drivers are clearly expressing themselves. We all have been following, especially what Max Verstappen has been saying, but let's not be negative. It's all going to be worked out because everyone agrees that they have to try to continue to do something about improving the situation that we are dealing with, and then maybe this will be the time to look back and maybe regroup and just chat about coming back with the high revving engines, V8s maybe, and so again, I think the whole thing is it's going to work out. Is what I'm saying. Already I think a lot of things are being dealt with the best way possible. We've seen that the races look pretty good. This Barcelona was quite good. Again,
Yeah.
very competitive event. So yeah, it's again, everyone is realizing that they need to keep working on the present systems that they have, and to make it better, more likable to the drivers. Because again, technology, there was too much attention paid to the technology aspect, the mechanical side, rather than the driving side. But as long as everyone agrees, and it seems like there is definitely agreement among all sides, that it's all going to be okay.
And how different is it to be a racing driver in an F1 team back in the 60s, 70s, to then being a key advisor an F1 team in 2026?
Well, things evolve. Life changes. I mean, technology changes. But the human element still remains the same. The human effort is paramount. And, as far as just for me, talking to the drivers, we're all dealing with the same thing ultimately. And again, it's all about taking advantage of what is in your possession and taking it to the limit. So again, the the job of the driver ultimately is the same, but you can expect things not to remain the same technically, and this is something that I've enjoyed through over the different decades to see changes and improvements and adapting to it. I mean, that's always the challenge.
So yeah, I was just talking about the people you faced off against, the drivers you faced off against. Who would you say was maybe the driver that you you had the most respect for when driving against because of how good they were? I mean,
Well, again, I think it would be unfair for me even to choose just one. Quite honestly, I've been fortunate to race, with top drivers in different decades, and I felt that along the way I learned from many. There's always some special quality that you detect on somebody. So, oh, that's how he's doing this. That's how he's approaching, the apexes and so forth. So, yes, I must say that I always had my eyes open to try to better my situation. I never ever felt that I arrived at the total optimum. I always felt that I was learning right to the end. So again, but it's always the top one or two that usually stand out week in and week out, race in and race out, and those are the ones that you want to try to emulate and try to even do better than them. So that's the ongoing challenge that you have throughout your career.
all right. And throughout your racing career, what would you say is the biggest lesson you've learned from racing?
Well, the biggest lesson that I never really mastered was to have more patience.
Right.
And I think my style of driving would have worked much better today, mainly because of the reliability of the cars. I didn't have the patience to be, maybe a little bit kinder to the cars, and not to charge so much right from the beginning of the races. But I had, times to reflect on myself, and I said, why don't I, why am I not more patient? And then the end result was I don't want to change my style, because and that's what it was. But looking back, I always keep saying, today would really work for me. So maybe I was born too early.
And if you could change anything in general in motorsport, what would it be?
I'm not sure that I could, be the one authority to come with those answers. I think the
Right.
sport is thriving today. All the different, the different categories are doing very well. There's over the years there have been ups and downs in IndyCar and Formula One and sports prototypes, but looks like they all find their way back, and right now, I think our sport, motorsports, is probably enjoying the best period ever as far as interest, fan interest, and so forth, and that include MotoGP. You know that
Yeah.
I watch that very closely, and it's spectacular. So again, I think our sport is doing very well, and I hope it continues the same way.
Yeah, I mean, and hopefully Cadillac can have a good part in that sport that is to come. And but what would you say is the goal for Cadillac in about 4 years' time for the new regulations?
Well, the goal is to enter with their own engine as soon as possible, and then and be competitive. Cadillac is in it to win it. And that's the only objective you should have. You have to be ambitious in your thinking, and there's so much effort that's going into it, and things. Will never happen overnight, but it's a long-term commitment, and that's the main thing. And then you keep surrounding yourself with the best talents you can on the engineering side, the driver's side, as time goes on. And so, yeah, again, uh, but the ultimate objective, is to win, and hopefully down the road win a championship. If you don't have those thoughts, you should not even enter it. And so everybody's ultimately thinking big.
All right, and about that Cadillac F1 future, I mean, many people have speculated with Colton Herta doing FP1 in Barcelona. Is he in the plans to be a future Cadillac F1 driver?
Well, yes, that's who they're cultivating, because the objective is to have, try to have at least one American driver in the team. That there's a lot of national pride in a sport that's so international, such as Formula One. And so, Colton seems to be the one candidate, I think, that's looks like it's be the best one to cultivate, and he's given every opportunity, now to enough points for his super license in Formula Two. He made a big career change by going out of Indy cars to Formula Two to achieve that, and then he had his first taste of the current Formula One car with the team in Barcelona. There will be more as the season progresses. So again, yeah, that's the objective, to cultivate Colton to be in a seat in Formula One as soon as possible.
And Mario, just to maybe end off a little bit, we're going back to 1978, your world championship. Sporting wise, it was the absolute peak of your career, but it's sadly also forever linked with the tragic loss of your teammate and your friend Ronnie Pedersen. When you look back at that year, how do you hold those two very different memories together in your mind?
Well, obviously, it was a very happy season for me, as you can imagine. And but like I'll repeat what you just said, that unfortunately I clinched the world championship under the worst circumstances, by losing one of my true friends and great teammates. He and I got on really, really well. Both as competitors, but also we were really close friends. And it was a terrible situation there to win. For me to have potentially one of the best days of my career, for sure. And then I could not celebrate, of course. And again, that's life, sometimes. And yeah, um, but that's what the sport was in those decades. The sport could be very cruel at times, and that's why I count my blessings every day for the fact that I was able to retire on my own terms, and after so many races, a long career, I'm still around. So I don't, I know how fortunate I've been. I don't take that for granted, believe me. So yeah, but luckily the sport has progressed tremendously on the safety side, and the best part is that today's drivers have the best chance ever to retire on their own terms. So
Yeah.
that's another positive.
All right, so it's amazing to hear from you, Mario. I mean, huge honor to have you on the show. Do you want to add anything else just to end off?
No, I'm just happy to see a young lad like yourself really interested in the sport and so knowledgeable. And congratulations, and continue on your objectives, your goals, and hope to speak with you again.
Yeah, I hope to speak with you again as well. And yeah, many thanks for those kind words, Mario. I say the same to you. And yeah, many thanks for the interview. Hope to see you soon.
You bet. All the best.
All right, same.